YouTube, what it do? It's your boy Steph. My guy called me like 15 minutes ago. Steph, I'm talking to this girl on IG, and the first thing she told me was she gotta stay away from hood dudes. What does that mean? It means that hood dudes is her imprint, and it means that hood dudes is the dude that she really like. That's what that means. Okay. In the black community, who are the guys that they perceive as alpha? Hood guys. Street dudes. And 9 times out, I'm gonna be 100% real with you guys. 9 times out of 10, those dudes are really not about that life. They're not. Image is everything. Image is everything. Image controls the media about a certain race of people. We talking about black people. They don't promote entrepreneurs. They don't promote black business owners. They don't promote the good working black man as an engineer or a doctor or a nurse. He's a welder. He has things going on for himself. They don't promote that. They promote the dub. They promote the rapper. They promote the street guy. They promote the dude that's toting pistols. So, black women see that. The hyper masculinity. That's hot. Ooh, that turns me on. Ooh, because it's all they see. It's all they know. They don't grow up without a masculine father. So it's all they see. It's all they know. Ooh, he cool. They see the good black and we're oh, he's a lame. They see the good black and we're oh, he's not. He's a thug. He's not a thug. He's not hood enough for me. Oh, he talks too proper. Facts. Because what the women are going to always watch is what is on drama and media. And what they're promoting with the image. The black guy is not the entrepreneur. It's not the successful black entrepreneur. It's not the successful black YouTuber, business owner. It's the. Look at Jake Paul. He all over Sports Center. Cold YouTube. Right? In the white communities, man, they promote the entrepreneurs. They promote the business owners. They promote the doctors and the nurses and the lawyers and stuff like that. They don't promote the thugs in the white communities. They don't put, in the white communities, the thug is not the face. He's not. The women are not the face. They're not. Because they understand masculinity, not hyper-masculinity. Hyper-masculinity is overly aggressive, overly emotional. I call it being feminine. You feminine. Masculinity is not escalating the situation, it's de-escalating the situation. It's calming the situation now. It's staying in frame. It's being a man. Yeah, you're supposed to carry a firearm to protect yourself and your family. But you ain't supposed to tote it like you hard. I'm out here. I got it in my book bag. I got it in there. I'm gonna use it. I know what it means. I gotta defend myself. See, black women gravitate towards thugs and hood dudes because they are the alphas, perceived alphas in the black community. Period. And they don't respect no other man like him until they hit 30, 35, and then they realize, dang, these dudes really weren't nothing. Because the dude I've been ignoring for 10 years is, look at him, damn, multi-millionaire, owns a tech company, multi-6 figures, works as an engineer, works as a neurosurgeon, as a doctor. Wow, look at his car, look at his house, damn, look at his wife, damn, look at this girl, bad. Here she coming in your DM or your inbox, shooting a message talking about, do you remember me? It happened to me, fam. I did the video on the chick. She knew I liked her. She knew I wanted to get with her. She knew I was chasing her. Didn't give me the time of day. Now you see stuff is cold. You know what I'm saying? Progress and improvement and getting colder. Now you want a piece of the pie. Pie was already made. I just didn't have the right ingredients in because it took time. But you wasn't at the table to want to eat it because you knew. You knew what it was. Now you know what it is. You're trying to get inside. You don't go nowhere. Back to the sideline, G. Back to the hood dudes that you be chasing. Dudes that got you pregnant. Dudes that got you knocked up and now you a single mother because you didn't choose the good dude. Because the good dude maybe just ain't make your sweet, watery guts watery. That's your fault. So they gravitate towards the hood dudes because the hood dudes make their wets, make their guts sweet, watery guts wet. They see them as the alpha and they're going to get pregnant by them. That's why. They like that. And those guys are perceived alphas in the black community. They don't promote any other guys in the black community. They don't promote entrepreneurs. They don't promote black business owners. They don't. They do not. On TV, we're not talking about even social media. They do not promote that. They don't promote the black guy that's the trading stocks and teaching dudes how to, help guys on money. Shout out to my nigga Chris Johnson, man. Shout out to my nigga Go Vic too. You know what I'm saying? They don't teach that. They don't. They don't put that out in front of the women's face. So when women see him in public, it's like, he lame. Girl, he a multi-millionaire, baby girl. Baby girl, he set for life. And this chick bad. That's the nigga that you rejected in high school and college because he wasn't hood enough for you. Every woman has their own perception of what's alpha based upon what they've been brought up on, grew up on, what they've seen, the images in social media, the images on TV. Every woman has their own description on what's alpha. And black women in particular, in the black community, they love hood dudes. Chick is white and she hang around black chicks, I guarantee you she's talking to hood guys. She has a thing for hood guys. It's gonna brush off. Period. It's gonna brush off. That's just how it is. Because her friends is gonna introduce her to the black community lifestyle. Turning up, we going to clubs, we talking that shit. So we listening to the Baby, we listening to cold black rappers, and y'all see the women, higher up, upper echelon women that's in the black community, the Cardi B's and the Nicki Minaj's and who they chasing. They're not chasing good, productive black men. They're chasing the thugs until it's too late. Sierra smart, very smart. She got lucked up. And now Russ is cold now. Did he do a beta male move? 100%. Now black woman sees his true potential, his true value because of the chick that he pulled. Oh, he ain't a lame after all. He pulled Sierra. Now she want to shut you off. Because she sees your social proof. She sees your value. That's how women are, fellas. And that's why the black community is effed up. It always will be. I date black women first. I love black women. That's my first preference. I don't discriminate. You like me and I find you very attractive, you know what I'm saying? We vibing, I like you. The energy match, I like you. Period. But guys always ask this question, man. Why do black women like dudes that are thugs? Because those guys are perceived alphas within their mindsets. And there's nothing that you can do to change that unless the media changes the image and flip the image of this thug guy and put the good, productive black men within the environment. Good. Tell that, bro. Ain't nothing changed. That's a fact. I'm gone.
All right. I told you guys to stop giving such a big fuck, and you guys responded. You were like, cool, but like, how do I do that? This is my best advice to you. Start thinking like the man that you are fucking or talking to, okay? When you are able to do this and you are able to start visualizing the relationship for what he sees it as, the game is changed. And this is what I mean. When you go hook up with this man, stop thinking of it as a little date night, a little snuggle. Fuck that shit, okay? He is seeing it as a hookup. So when you go hook up, you need to see it as sex and you're out. Your shift is over, baby. You're gone. Because that is what he sees it as, genuinely. If you are getting your shit rained on you, this is why. Because you're thinking of it in a perspective that he's not with. You need to start leaving him on red a little bit. Stop texting him every 5 seconds. Give it a rest. Play his game on him. Mind fuck him a little bit. Have fun. I love you.
Never before has the expression, your thoughts create your reality, been more true than with this young woman's rant. Okay, she's ranting about the fact that, you know what, girls? This guy, he's just seeing you as a hookup, so play his game. Act like the hookup. Understand, he just wants you for a hookup, so be the hookup. It's the most horrific dating advice ever. Okay, but, like I said, your thoughts create your reality. So the fact that this is in her head means that she's just going to continue to attract more guys like this who are going to continue to use her for her vagina and then just bang and clang, right? Just take off on her and ghost her. Because she was also saying, oh, girl, you need to play his game. You need to leave him on red. You guys understand that? It means that when he sends you a message, right, you can read it and it will mark as read. At least I know it does that on WhatsApp. Okay, so on WhatsApp it'll say, oh, that you've read the message, and then you don't respond. I mean, I think she's reading too much into this, because personally for me, I don't care. I just don't care if the girl responds or not. I'm too busy living my own reality. And then when I feel like messaging her, I do. And usually it's not for a day, a few days, and sometimes even a week or so later, because I'm so busy, right? I'm so busy. And then finally when the girl does hear from me, believe me, she responds. She doesn't leave that shit on red. She literally responds just because I'm just constantly doing my own thing. And at the end of the day, that's really what drives these girls batshit crazy, is the fact that you're not living your life around them. You're living your life around you, your goals, your path, your purpose, and they can't distract you from that. And the way these girls get validation is by successfully distracting you away from your own life, your own path and purpose, and making her the star of your movie, right? And of course, as soon as you do that, you're done, right? You're done as soon as you give her what she wants, as soon as you just kowtow to her and you stop living for you. She loses all respect for you, right? Females just lose all respect for you. And I see too many blue pill guys make that mistake. It's like they give the girl everything and then some, thinking that, oh, this will really make her happy. And she's not going to go anywhere after I do this for her. After I buy her this brand new Benz, she's not going to go anywhere because I did this for her. And really, it's the opposite effect. You end up losing the girl, right? You end up losing her, even after all this energy and effort you put into her. But getting back to her rant, she's saying that these girls need to see their dates as a hookup, right? And by the way, this is just another typical, common, modern woman who cannot get through a single sentence without dropping multiple F-bombs. It's just getting so annoying at this point. It's becoming like a pet peeve of mine. Just like, good gracious, man. Just speak like a normal person and stop using so much profanity, man. Just say what you need to say, girl. Just say it, right? I don't need to hear all that other, all these other four-letter words because you can't complete a sentence because you're illiterate, right? Just talk to me. So, yeah, it's like such a turnoff when it comes to chicks. Anyway, but that's her mindset, right? Her mindset is like, oh, you're going on a date, so obviously you guys are just having sex. I mean, that's what she sees dating as. So that's why she is taken advantage of that way. Because like I said, your thoughts create your reality. So unfortunately, that is the reality that she's created for herself. And the longer she stays in that reality, the harder it's going to be to escape that reality. You know, it's already to the point where she sees men as really just objects, like sexual objects, like this guy just wants to have sex with me. So imagine when a good guy does come along, like a decent guy comes along and wants to have something real with her, she's going to be like, no, this guy, he just wants sex. He just wants to get in my pants. He just wants what's between my legs. He just wants my vagina. You know, and she'll completely just miss this guy, right? And she's probably already missing them now. But this just goes in line with her thought process, right? That is what she's looking for. She's looking for hookups. Okay? It's no different when I get a student who comes to me and he specifically tells me, hey, Em, I want to find like my partner. I want to find a wife because I want to be a dad. I want to have a family. And I'll ask him, like, how soon do you want to do this? And he'll be like, the sooner the better, you know, in the next year or so. Like, I want to find who I'm supposed to be with. So I'll tell that guy specifically, okay, well then don't waste your time dating around or anything like that. Just try to focus on, you know, finding this type of girl who meets, you know, your values, your beliefs, who you share these commonalities with. Don't mess around. Find a girl, the best looking girl you can, who matches your values and your beliefs. And usually they're able to do that. They're able to get somebody just a little bit above on the look scale to what they're used to getting, you know, just because I'm able to coach them to get just a higher caliber, at least higher caliber, hotter looking girl, younger looking girl. On top of that, we make sure that she has the qualities and the values and the beliefs that he has, right? So he's already in that right mindset. But that's the most important thing I try to get my students to, is to have the right mindset, depending on what type of partner, what type of relationship they're looking for. Whereas for her, I mean, she looks like she's getting frustrated because she wants kind of a relationship, but she's basically just thinking that all guys just want to have sex with her. And really, too, her appearance has a shit ton to do with it, right? Because if you look at this girl, I mean, she's got the platinum hair. She's got, I mean, like the super orange tan. I don't know if that's like a heavy filter she's using, but I'm sure she's pretty tan to some extent, even without the filter, like a little way too much tan, girl. And on top of that, I could tell she's done the lip fillers. And that, to me, it's just gross. I can't stand that. It looks ridiculous, right? Hers is not that bad, but I could tell she's done them. So any guy, and especially in LA, like most guys can tell, like if you've done work to your face, and she's definitely had work done, and she's way too young to do that, right? She's way too young, but she's already doing like plastic surgery to her face, and I don't know if she's doing Botox yet. I didn't really take a good look at that, but she's definitely done her lips and the tan and the platinum hair. I mean, all you're going to do is attract basically douchebags who are going to use you for sex. I mean, because the way she's looking right now kind of looks like a porn actress, right? She doesn't, I mean, if she told you she does porn, you wouldn't really be surprised, right? You'd be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Just based on how she's looking. So your appearance has a lot to do with it too, girl. If you want a guy and you want to be in a relationship, like a real relationship with a high value, high quality man, you got to see an image consultant first. Okay, see an image consultant and fix that, because she's not a bad looking girl, right? She needs to fix her vernacular too, because she curses like a sailor, curses like a dude, sounds like a dude. That's not a turn on for high value dudes, right? It's a huge turn off. I don't like that at all. So that is something that she would need to fix. And aside from just her overall appearance, she looks like she's like high maintenance. She's way too done up, and looks like she's like leasing a newer type, possibly luxury car, based on what I saw in the coaching video. It's hard to see, but yeah. So those are a few things that she has going on right now that are going to attract the type of partner that she doesn't want. So it's like, why are you dressing and looking and talking in a way that is going to attract the type of partner that you don't want? Right? So, as always, guys, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think of her little rant. as well as my own, and her frustration with guys, and the fact that she's advising other young women to see guys as just hookups. I mean, just again, more horrific dating advice from young modern women. And sadly, they won't wake up until they hit that epiphany age of 30, right? So drop your comments below, guys. Love to read them, and love to see you guys in my comments. Share.
And with that said, I'm going to wrap up here. Until next time, this is M from the 33 Secrets. Go ahead and smash that like button below. Do it now. Also, hit the notification bell right next to it so you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on YouTube. More importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Helps me out a ton when you guys subscribe, so please make sure you subscribe to my channel as well. And for all you guys who want to support my work and all of this incredible, amazing red pill, gold pill, and platinum pill content that I am teaching you even further, the best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months to Mastery, where I'm teaching guys just like you how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I am talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s, baby. The hottest women on the planet. Okay, I teach you how to do that in 7 Months of Mastery. And you know what? I have tons, thousands upon thousands of successful students now all around the world. Okay, a lot of these guys often drop comments in my comment section talking about how they're in my program, they've met their dream girl, they've met their future wife. I've had a number of students who've been through my 7 Months of Mastery program already met their wife thanks to my teachings, right? They met a high value, high caliber, hot wife, right? Way above what they were able to get previously before they jumped into my program, 7 Months of Mastery. They were able to get a girl who was much, much more attractive, much hotter, and much higher value thanks to my teachings. And you know what? I want you to become one of them. Even if you don't plan on getting married, find yourself a cool chick, a high value chick, not one of these like low value, like DG single moms, or women who are past the prime or damaged goods or anything like that. I want to teach you how to go out there and get high value women, just like my students are all around the world. You can become one of us, and all you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds, and it's only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons. So it's only $1 for the entire first month of high value coaching lessons from me. So take advantage of it, and it's the best way to support my work, guys. And thank you very much if you do. I appreciate it. Thanks in advance, and let's crack on out of here.
Know this video is gonna get me in trouble, but I'm gonna speak my mind anyway. If you are talking to someone new, take off the rose-colored glasses. I know it's fun to romanticize everything, I do it too, but take off the glasses and see things for what they are instead of the way you want them to be. Exhibit A, I was talking to a guy for the last month and a half, and we had plans to hang out last weekend, so I didn't plan anything else. I was like, yeah, it's just gonna be me and him, cute. He got too drunk on Saturday to hang out, didn't invite me to come, and I didn't invite myself. I was like, okay, do your thing, I guess. So I was like, we'll probably hang Sunday. But then Sunday rolled around and he was too hungover to hang out. So I ended up calling him that evening, and I was like, yeah, this is not working. I think at the bare minimum, I want someone who's excited enough to see me that they plan accordingly and don't get too drunk the night before. And anyway, I wasn't judging him or his lifestyle, but I realized it's not conducive with mine and it's not what I want. So point being, take off those glasses sooner rather than later.
So she just got ghosted twice by the same guy, right? By the same alpha Chad, the same bad boy who just doesn't feel like hanging out with her, right? She thought they had plans. She wanted to see him. She was fantasizing about it, only to be disappointed not once, but twice. And this is becoming all too common with young modern women today. okay? Especially today. They spend their 20s, right, going after these type of guys who piss on them, who ghost them, who never return their calls, who flake out on them, right? Back to back, like this dude did, back to back flakes, man. That's pretty ballsy. Flaked on this chick back to back, and she's still sticking around waiting for him. I mean, this just made her even more attracted to the guy. Right? She's now going to think about this guy even more, because why? She can't have them. She can't have him. And as you know, women want what they can't have. They don't want what they can have, right? Otherwise, they'd be just choosing one of those beta orbiters in her friend zone. No, she wants what she can have. She wants the guy who doesn't give two shits about her. The guy who is probably banging other hotties on the side. The guy who is not thinking about her nearly as much as she is thinking about him. The guy who knows he's got her wrapped around his little finger and he could call her at any time of the night, text her at any time of the night to come over, and she will race right over to his place to see him. He has that level of power over her. Why? Goes back to an old lesson I teach you guys. Because he did not give her what she wanted. He doesn't give her what she wants. So, she will continue to chase that, right? No different than, a rabbit chasing carrot around a track. She will continue to chase that validation from him until he finally gives it to her. And here's the catch-22. Here's the rub. Once you do finally give it to her, guess what? She loses attraction for you. She will be out there looking for the next bad boy, the next Chad to replace you with, because now you're just a chump to her. Like, oh, he gave in, I got what I wanted from him, it's over. And that's a common theme you'll see with most modern women today, is once you give them what they want, you're done, right? So, as I teach you guys, you can never give them everything they want. You could give them a taste, right? When I mean a taste, I mean a taste. You ever in the mall and you go by the food court and they have those little tasters, right? You might go by like a yogurt place, and in this little tiny cup they have a little taste of this vanilla ice cream yogurt that you could try. And then you taste, you're like, ooh, this is really good. I want to buy some. And they're like, okay, $4.59 for a small. Like, what? $5 for a small? It's like this big? But then now you're like, man, this is pretty good. And you want it. And then you end up paying that, right? Same with a girl. You can't just give her imagine if that yogurt place gave you like a whole large cup full of that vanilla ice cream, and then you finish it, and they're like, all right, do you want to buy it? What? Buy what? The vanilla ice cream. Like, no, I'm full. I just had a bunch of it. You gave it to me. You don't need them anymore. So, same thing with a girl, right? You don't want to give her everything. You just want to give her a little taste. Right? Give her a little taste. Give her a little shot, right? Put in a little shot glass. Here, girl, here's a little shot of me. She's like, where do I get more? I'll give you more later. Can't have any right now. Right? Not right now. Not right now. And then she will continue to chase that. And because I guarantee, for this girl, she's not a bad-looking girl, right? She's a little cutie. She's a little hottie, right? She's probably in her late teens, early 20s, I want to say. A little hottie. Obviously well-built. And that chick, I guarantee, has tons of guys, not only in her friend zone that she friend zoned. Guarantee this chick is friend zoned a lot of guys. Not only in her friend zone that she's friend zoned, but also when she's just out and about. She's got guys hitting on her left and right. The problem is 99.9% of these guys are going about it the wrong way. They're either giving her everything she wants, complimenting the shit out of her, telling her how beautiful she is and how gorgeous she is, and just wanting to, just wanting her so bad, just like they're so needy that it's turning her off, right? It ends up being the reason why she doesn't pay these guys any attention. But when that one alpha bad boy comes along, that one Chad, or that one masculine man on his path and purpose, which is probably you, because you're a follower of my work, right? That one masculine dude comes along who does not participate in her delusion, in her reality, who is strong in his own frame, who lives in his own bubble, right, in his own world, and doesn't live in hers. All of a sudden, she's like, whoa, the prince is here. The king has arrived. Who is this guy? Oh my God. you know, and then you get these girls who are otherwise pretty hot, you know, jumping through hoops and barrels just to see you, right? You get them just like running these obstacles just to see you. Like she's doing for this guy, right? This guy's flaked on her back to back twice, right? Back to back, this guy flaked on her. And she's loving it, okay? It's not like she's like, I'm done with him. Oh, these guys are all... She's loving it. You see, I mean, I've done other coaching videos very similar to this one where the girl's like basically sitting outside the guy's house. It's like 9 o'clock at night. She's like, why am I here? Why? He didn't even text me all week, and he just sent me this one text expecting me to come over just have sex with him. But I'm here, and I'm going to do it. Oh, what am I doing? You know, they love it. They love it. Because, why? Because it's a challenge to them, right? It's a challenge like, ooh, maybe today will be the day I get him. Maybe this will be the moment that he turns and he gives himself to me. And, of course, that never comes. That never comes, right? And this is why I tell these girls in their 20s, don't get caught up with these bad boys, these alpha chads, you know, who are going to run amok on you. Instead, I mean, what you should be doing is looking for a high-value guy, right, who is your equal, that you can pair bond with, that you can trust to lead your relationship, you can trust to be a man, and try to build something with that guy so you don't end up in your 30s and your 40s and your 50s damaged goods, right? Call it the DG on this channel. You don't want to end up the DG. But that is how you end up the DG, is you chase just one too many of these chads, right? I mean, maybe one or two in your 20s, understandable, right? We all make those dumb mistakes. But you have to wise up, girl. You have to wise up before it's too late. Because one day it is going to be too late. Okay? And you don't want to be finding out the hard way, because when you find out the hard way, what happens to a lot of girls when they do find out the hard way is they keep dating these chads and they keep chasing that invisible carrot around the track, and then one day they wake up, they're 30 years old, and they notice that the chads aren't even like coming around anymore. They have no new chads to chase. All they have now are a bunch of like beta brads. All they have now are a bunch of beta orbiters, right? No offense if your name is Brad, it just rhymes with Chad, so that's the only reason I'm using it. But all of a sudden they're 30 and they don't have those options anymore. So now they have to settle, right? Now they have to settle for you. And you don't want to be the guy that picks them up either. Okay? You don't want to be the guy that picks them up either. So there's a lesson to be learned in her little rant there. You could see just how much she said in so little time. She said a lot there. I mean, you'll pick up on a lot of it. Just look at her. Just look at the way her eyes light up like, oh my God, girls, he was drunk the night before. And then, so I thought we were going to hang out the following day. Then he had a hangover. You know, it's like, why are you even messing with this dude, right? He can't even control his alcohol, girl. Right? He can't even control his alcohol. But yet, this is the guy you want to connect with. This is the guy you want to date. This is the guy you want to invest your time in. Right? And then this same chick will come around in her 30s and start hating on coaching videos like mine. Basically holding her accountable for her dumb decisions in her 20s. Right? Give it, I mean, what is this girl, like late teens, early 20s? Yeah, give it another 10 years. She'll be in the comments being like, oh, screw you stupid pickup artist. Why are you saying this? You know. If she doesn't wise up. I hope she does. I hope she does. Right? I hope she's smart. She smartens up. Seems like, you know, like she has enough intellect to realize at some point that, hey, I can't be putting up with these, you know, these drunkards, these alcoholic guys. Why am I dating these type of guys? I'm a pretty, you know, young, good-looking chick, and I got blonde hair everywhere. And it's like, you know, you don't need to put up with him, but why are you? Why are you? It's because he lights your fire, doesn't he? He lights your fire with all that challenge, all that flakiness, not returning your messages, flaking on dates. Oh, that gets you going, gets you hot, right? But when it comes to the, you know, the nice guy who wants to actually show up on time and take you out on a proper date, right, and get all ready for you and make sure the reservation at the restaurant is ready to go. He's got the perfect view of the ocean and that he wants to take you to. And then afterwards, he's going to take you to some concert and he's got the whole date planned. No, you don't want that guy. Yeah, you don't want that guy. He's too reliable. Too reliable. I already know his every move. It's too predictable. No, I want the bad boy. I want the guy who's just gonna like piss me off, keep me up at night, make me cry. I want that guy. Gets me all hot and heavy. And fast forward 10 years later. The 33 Secrets guy, I hate him. He's stupid. Why is he bagging on us older women over 30 that are still single? It's not our fault. It's not our fault. So, as always, guys, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think about her rant. Let me know what you think about my little rant here. And as always, share your comments below. I love to read them. I love to see them. And yeah, I just love seeing you guys in the comments, man. I reply to a lot of them too as well. So drop them comments.
And with that said, I'm going to wrap up here. Until next time, this is M from the 33 Secrets. Go ahead and smash that like button below. Do it now. Also, hit the notification bell right next to it so you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on YouTube. More importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Helps me out a ton when you guys subscribe, so please make sure you subscribe to my channel as well. And for all you guys who want to support my work and all of this incredible, amazing red pill, gold pill, and platinum pill content that I am teaching you even further, the best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months to Mastery, where I'm teaching guys just like you how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I am talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s, baby. The hottest women on the planet. Okay, I teach you how to do that in 7 Months of Mastery. And you know what? I have tons, thousands upon thousands of successful students now all around the world. Okay, a lot of these guys often drop comments in my comment section talking about how they're in my program, they've met their dream girl, they've met their future wife. I've had a number of students who've been through my 7 Months of Mastery program already met their wife thanks to my teachings, right? They met a high value, high caliber, hot wife, right? Way above what they were able to get previously before they jumped into my program, 7 Months of Mastery. They were able to get a girl who was much, much more attractive, much hotter, and much higher value thanks to my teachings. And you know what? I want you to become one of them. Even if you don't plan on getting married, find yourself a cool chick, a high value chick, not one of these like low value, like DG single moms or women who are passive prime or damaged goods or anything like that. I want to teach you how to go out there and get high value women, just like my students are all around the world. You can become one of us. And all you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds and it's only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons. So it's only $1 for the entire first month of high value coaching lessons from me. So take advantage of it. And it's the best way to support my work, guys. And thank you very much if you do. I appreciate it. Thanks in advance. And let's crack on out of here.
Today's topic, Lana Rhoades has a podcast called 3 Girls in One Kitchen.
Who?
Lana Rhoades. She's a prawn star.
Oh, okay.
Blacked.
Oh.
Basically, if you're not familiar with the term hypergamy, it means marrying into or having a sexual relationship with someone of a higher sociological status or education. So that's basically hypergamy. Hypergamy.
Okay.
And so on Tumblr, it's like a huge community. That's actually where I got the idea for today's topic of trophy wife training.
Welcome to Trophy Wife Training. Here's the rule number 1 of Trophy Wife. Shut the fuck up. You're done.
If someone's a trophy wife, you're meant to be seen, not heard.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely.
You're a trophy.
You're not the first lady. You're
An
a trophy.
object.
This episode, we're not going to preach to you guys about how to be the perfect woman for a man. This episode's more about how to become a more well-rounded woman for yourself.
Yeah.
And that will obviously draw in a high-value man.
And I think that's the 2021 definition. And I think that's like the rebranded trophy wife, is that it's not just about looking good. You know, like if you want to have hairy legs and hairy armpits, you go, girl. Like you do that. If that makes you confident and you get a man like that, like I support that. You know, I feel like we just support everything, and it's about.
Yeah, if you want to have a trophy in the corner with smudges and fucking rust on it, go girl.
But that's not a trophy.
Nobody wants that trophy. Stop lying, okay?
But
this whole like inclusive,
no, but
like,
I think
gold digger.
I think that's what you was about to say. But let's see.
How you feel in women empowerment. You know, like not necessarily being a trophy wife requires you to always look attractive. Some men think that.
You see why I don't have hope?
Some men think that, you know, brains is a turn on for them. So it's what they value in their eyes, what makes you a trophy wife.
Or what you value to become a complete woman.
Then that's not a trophy wife. Call it woman empowerment. That's what it is.
I'm a provider, you know what I mean? Maybe not financially, but like in good conversations and in good company. I ain't really got a job, but I'll provide you with a body at home. That's not a provider. You can't just change the definition of stuff and then run with it like, yeah, well, this is what we want to be. No, you're a bum.
Because I want to take the negativity out of that word. So
You're
I'm
a bum.
I'm gonna rebrand it. That's not what it is.
I swear, these people.
A gold digger is a gold digger, and it's okay that she's a gold digger. Be a gold digger. That's how you make your money, boo boo. And there's some men that want that. Do you, boo boo?
If these goofballs have their way, I promise you, the English language is gonna mean nothing.
I actually have a great analogy for you guys, which I don't think I've shared with you guys before. When I was in prison,
bro, sister set up. T'es fucking chien, man. T'es fucking chien. Ça, c'est sûr que c'est un setup. C'est sûr que tu niaises. You set me the fuck up, Abba. You fucking trash ass person. You. Yo, c'est un fucking set. C'est sûr que tu niaises. Yo. Toi, tu vas aller from rags to riches to trophy. No, you can't. Quel setup. Quel setup.
we used to do a group.
Je vais même pas entendre l'analogie, mais je m'en calisse.
We used to do a group in my cottage, which was the drug cottage.
Very good. Wrap it up. All right.
No.
Listen, that's what we thought. That's it for the video.
No. My plans haven't hatched to full fruition yet. Let us proceed.
You know, I had a friend who was dating like a beautiful girl, a really hot model that like she's just a gorgeous girl, drop dead gorgeous. Every guy in LA would love to date her. And he would say that he couldn't be with her because she's had too many sexual partners and he only dated her because he wanted a trophy wife or a girlfriend.
Yes, a trophy that's been passed around hundreds of times doesn't have the same value as a trophy that you get for yourself. If you're looking for a trophy, it's meant to be for a winner. You want to feel special. It doesn't make sense. You know what it's like? It's like the dudes who talk about like high value man, but they broke. This is the other end of that spectrum.
Yeah, it's
right?
the same.
These are girls who got peed and pooed on trying to be trophy wives. It's like, boo-boo, this trophy coming out with doo-doo stains on it. And you, like, why wouldn't you accept me? Because there's 3 trophies down there. It looks clean.
Because your hair look doodle brown. Doodle brown. It's doodle brown.
Yo, let's go.
Doodle brown.
I think sometimes in a relationship where some guys just might get bored and they just want to bring something up from the past to use against you, or even just when they fight in general, like it could be over bringing the wrong cup of coffee for your significant other, and then that argument is just gonna downfall to, well, you've slept with so many people, you're a whore, you know?
Yeah.
Just because they want to use something against you.
Can I get an espresso? Brought you cappuccino. You fucking slut! Hey, babe. Sorry. I need to put it back in the microwave. You fucking dirty whore!
Make it make sense. Make it make sense. C'est quoi le rapport Elle est où la relation?
It's how you value yourself.
It said in the book that we read, Why Men Love Bitches, it said if you value yourself as a prize, they will see you as a prize as well. For example, in the past, I've said a girl cannot be the prettiest on the outside, but if a girl comes up to me and she's like, damn, I'm so hot, I'm the hottest girl in this room, I'm gonna double look at her and be like, is she the hottest girl in this room?
No, you're gonna be like, no, bitch, she's not.
Damn right.
Who the fuck she? What, she thinks she's the hottest bitch in the room? No, she's not.
How about this?
Who the hell she thinks she is? That's what you gonna do.
How about this? How many times have an ugly man come up to you with all the confidence in the world and you're like, ew! You were like, damn, is this Quasimodo looking nigga Brad Pitt? No! Stop lying. This is kind of delusional doublespeak that people do to themselves to make themselves think they can be anything. Bitch, if you 5'4", you always gonna be 5'4".
No, I'm 5'4".
All right? Once you get pissed and pooed on, that's gonna be part of your history. It is what it is.
Once you get pissed and pooed on, you're staying.
You can't be a trophy wife.
You can't, and it's fine.
It's okay.
Majority of people are not trophy wives.
Damn right.
Majority of wives are not trophy wives.
Yes, and majority
of guys are not top tier.
There you go.
So we good.
I could go get a new boob job today, but it wouldn't make me feel as good as I feel about being smart and educated.
And I think education also, or just educating yourself, there's no limit.
Bro, isn't this the most basic thing?
It is. It's basic.
Did you not see that Starbucks cup?
It's super basic.
Did you see that
I
stuff?
saw it.
Spice pumpkin?
Yeah.
You think so?
Latte.
Can we check their feet?
Let's go.
For what?
UGG boots.
You know they're wearing Uggs. We know.
Obviously, I've experienced this a ton because of my past. Guys will be fine with it at the beginning. Then as those feelings start to develop, they start getting insecure and jealous the more in love with you they are. And then they start questioning, they start going and watching the stuff, and then they start questioning you about it, and they just get very insecure in themselves. And so
they go watch the stuff because the stuff is out there, honey. You put it out. I mean, it comes with a cost, okay? They live in this fantasy world where, yo, I'm gonna do everything that I want to do, and it's not gonna come at a cost of something.
Comfort?
It do. It will.
Who would get married with somebody, find out they got a criminal record, and wouldn't check into it? Who would marry somebody, find out they got like videos of them singing in front of millions of people, and wouldn't go watch it? If you're with somebody, you're gonna look into it. If it's online, of course.
Oh, but Abba, you're sex shaming. No, that's not what it is. It's not slut shaming. It's not what it is. There's a cost. That's how the society works.
Damn right.
That's how the society views it.
That's right.
I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I view it like that, but don't be surprised when it happens.
I've even had that happen with myself as well, where I'm super cool at the beginning of a relationship, then maybe something happens, or just those feelings develop, and then you sort of just become the love sometimes makes you act in a way that you wish that you didn't.
I've definitely been like that. I've been in relationships where I'm like, I don't know why I'm picking this fight today, but
back to being
who is this girl?
Who is this girl? Is the woman version of whore? So you say you don't want that because you went to get him a coffee. I didn't get that, but you're doing the same thing. Do you even realize you're doing the same? Press play.
But do you guys think that I should, a lot of people tell me, oh, you'll never be married. Why would anyone want to date you? Do you think I should be excluded from ever being considered a trophy wife because of my past?
No.
Yeah. Trophy wife? No. Trophy wife? Absolutely should be excluded. You just don't got the requirements. It's should me fucking 30 guys mean I'm excluded from being a virgin? Yes. I'm not saying you should strive to be a virgin. I'm just saying you can't be one, okay? This whole new thing where everyone can just say they are what they are. I'm 10 years old. You're not 10.
I'm a born again virgin.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
You're a whore. Sorry. Let me rephrase.
God damn, bro.
It's because it's a video.
God damn.
It's because you didn't bring bring me the right coffee. You didn't bring me the right coffee.
You fucking nailed that shit out the ballpark. You just went. You just fucking.
You're a whore.
You just went fucking. You went in. I'm going in for the win.
Bam.
The fuck?
I'm just saying. It's
because it. Once again, like I had mentioned, the concept of trophy wives is more focused on the man than the women because it's in their eyes, it's like a possession, it's a prize that they value.
It literally means that they won.
The winner does not ask the trophy how they feel. He claims it. That's like a fish trying to talk to a fisherman about fishing. Just shut the fuck up and be a fish.
And I don't want a trophy. I don't have a trophy wife. That's not what I want. But for the people that get into that, trophy. What? You won. You're the prize. So of course it's gonna be focused on the man.
Damn right.
God damn.
When I was in prison, we used to do a group in my cottage, which was the drug cottage. And I remember our counselor, Miss Smith, we do a lot of stuff on love because it was a women's prison. So a lot of times women got sucked into things with men trying to chase after love.
The reason why she's in prison is because she loved a man too much. Accountability. What's that?
And I remember she held up a picture, it was a black and white picture. And she said, you want to be a full picture by yourself. You should already be a full picture. And then she held up another picture. And it was the same picture, but it was colored in. She says, you need to be the full picture by yourself. And once you complete that picture, you will find someone who will bring color to it.
That's amazing. Yeah.
If you're a trophy wife, you have to be some kind of woman. And when you get to that point of a woman, you're going to find someone that's going to be able to hang that trophy on a wall. I mean, that picture. I mean, great analogy, by the way.
All right. Well, here comes the porn star ex-convict who wants to tell you how to be a high-value woman. Anyways. Okay.
Bro.
Anyways. Okay. Now, that is it for today's video.
Oh, yes.
Do you have anything that you've taken away?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Do you want to say anything?
The delusion of people. Listen,
I got nothing else to add. I've done my job. I'll let him.
Wow. Now, people in jail can do whatever they can achieve and say, but we're talking about trophy wife. Trophy wife is the epiphany of the guy that can choose. He's at a status that he can choose. That's what it is. He's not necessarily looking for love. So why would he choose an ex-convict that, and those things are great and everything and stuff, but why would he do that? Why? And guess what? When you're talking about, the girl can be looking how she wants and the guy that's high value, top tier millionaire takes that girl, he's not going to be a trophy to his peers. And that's one of the points of a trophy wife, that she looks good to other people. Not just him, to other motherfuckers out there. He might want to choose her, but motherfuckers will be like, oh, that's your wife. I heard she ex-convict. When he gonna go to the country club, they gonna rat on his ass when the wife is not there. Trust.
How about I tell you that?
And then she doesn't become a trophy wife. She gets off the shelf.
They're not going to go after him for her being ex-convict. They're going to go after him because she got fucked by everybody on the block.
Yeah. And then after that, can I have a go at your wife? And then he might lose opportunities just because he's with that person because he made a poor decision. No. You could think what a trophy wife can be. You could think all of that good stuff. Great, but it's not what it is. It ain't it.
Yo sabré reír, yo sabré llorar, yo sabré entregarte mi cariño. Negra, negra que te quiero, goza, negra presuntuosa, mira, que me estoy muriendo, dame vida de tu boca, bota, que me está pisando los talones de la libertad. Negra, negra que te quiero.
Today's topic. All right, so I'm going to read out a story for you today because this is a great story.
Oh, story time. Nice.
My ex got his act together after we divorced. My husband and I were together for 10 years, married for 6, no kids. We eventually grew apart, and that is to say I grew up and he didn't. He wanted to live the life of a teenager well into his 30s. The last 2-3 years together, we were horrible. After his dad passed away, he gained all this weight, lost his job. I tried to help and support him, but he would just wallow in self-pity and stopped pitching in around the house. He spent all his free time smoking weed and being around on the computer. He had to sell his junk car to pay our bills. Eventually, we had enough, and we got a divorce in 2015. We're essentially been no contact since it was finalized. Last Friday, I happened to bump into him downtown, and he's a completely different person. He lost all the weight he put on, had actually toned up some. He was wearing a tailored suit. He had an ill-fitting one for weddings and funerals while we were together. It's a little petty. And he had a nice watch. He may have gotten hair plugs or something because his thinning hair wasn't as pronounced as before. He told me he bought a condo nearby within walking distance of his new job, a well-known tech firm in our town. Our encounter was brief and he was nice to me. He even apologized for how our relationship soured and wished me all the best. It's been 4 days since I saw him, and honestly, I just get angrier the more I think about it. I gave the 10 best years of my life to this man and got nothing from it. We never had kids. He never had much money. When we divorced, I started from square one. Now he's Mr. Successful while I'm struggling. My job is very stressful and I'm making less than I was 5 years ago. I live alone and money is tight. I've been having some intestinal digestive issues and doctors don't seem to know what's wrong with me. I guess just want to know why he couldn't have been better to me and why I was never worth the effort. That's it.
Oh, that was not love. That was a transaction. I can't really put the finger on it, but you are mad because he's in a better place. Man, that is not love.
Well, she's wondering why he couldn't have been in a better place when they were together.
Because these things take time. You left. You decided to end the relationship. That's what you said.
Well, they were married for 10 years.
I'm not saying no. 10 years still.
10 years is a long time. 10 years is a long time for someone to be f***ing up.
Yeah, it is.
Do you think somebody's going to stay with somebody who's f***ing up for 10 years, expecting them to turn it around? 10 years?
I'm not expecting that, but I mean, you got married. In the vow, it says for better or for worse. That is the worst. That's not me that took the vow. You did. It's an engagement that you have with someone. Maybe it lost its sense and it lost what it means, or maybe I'm being too literal with this. Yes, 10 years is a lot, but when you say for better or for worse, that's the worst. That is part of it. It could have been worse than that, but that's a part of it. I understand why she left. I get it. You knew what you were getting yourself into when you married the dude in the first place.
Did she?
I don't know.
Maybe that's not what she was advertised.
Maybe
There's plenty of people who get into a marriage thinking it's one thing, then they get married. People get comfortable and they take everything for granted.
It's possible. You know what? I'm going to give it to you. We don't know. Fair. But you walk out, he feels better. You're mad because he feels better. That should be me.
I don't think she's mad that he feels better. She's mad that she was hoping he would do all those things while they were together. And it seems like the moment she's out the picture, now he's doing all the things that she wished he would have done.
The human brain is really weird to function. It takes weird slap in the face for you to realize it. Okay? Maybe you were enabling him. I don't know. I was not in the relationship. You leaving him was maybe the thing that he needed to get off his ass. You were there. I supported him. I gave and I gave and I gave. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe he needed you to get the fuck out of there. Sometimes you need to reach bottom of the barrel. Rock bottom. Pierre Fond. Peter Deep. You need to reach the bottom. Is it logic? No, it's human. So maybe her leaving was the thing that he needed. Is it sad? Yeah. Is it unfortunate? Absolutely. Poor you. But it is what it is. Entitlement about that I'm uneasy about. I can't really put my finger on it. I'll ponder on that and I'll let you finish. Just go. I'll come back on that. Let me just think about this.
All right. Here's the truth. Him changing after you dumped him is not a big surprise. You were the catalyst, potentially, or maybe something after you was the catalyst. But you can't hope to be the catalyst and the beneficiary. If you are what brings about change, that change may not benefit you. I'll give you an example. You have kids. They grow up to be adults. Sometimes they don't learn the importance of responsibility until they leave the nest. Sometimes they don't develop into real human beings and real adults until they're out of their parents' home. Maybe that person needed to leave in order to realize what they needed to do for themselves to grow. When you're in a place of comfort where you know nothing's going to go wrong, you don't have too much incentive to change. So when he was in a comfortable relationship with you, odds are he felt like, I can be complacent because I'm always going to have this girl at my back. And when that was removed from under him, he had to reassess some things. Second thing that strikes me is that, I'll try to put this in business terms. When you invest in a company and it goes nowhere, like what he said earlier, it's your choice to invest in that company. You pull out, and then after you pull out, the investment takes off and the company takes off, well, boo-boo, you already sold your shares. It's over. That's your cut investment. You don't get a return on investment.
But that was business.
When it comes to people, I feel like it's very similar. You know, at the end of the day, what he said wasn't totally off. When you marry somebody, you marry them as they are. Because you grow doesn't mean someone's going to grow at the same rate as you, right? You said something I said was interesting, which was when we met together, when we got together, things were great, but I grew past him and he never grew up. Even to his 30s, he kept all these bad habits. Your speed of growth may not be his speed of growth. We all grow differently. And so the fact that he didn't grow at your pace, that's the reality. I have friends from high school who I love. But the reality is we grew apart because they didn't grow at the same pace or in different directions than I did. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to look at them like, why haven't you guys joined me in this? They have their journey.
It's not a race. It's a marathon. How long can motherfuckers last?
People can grow apart, and that's a normal process. That process doesn't mean that one person messed up or the other one didn't. We all have our journeys. Even within relationships, that's a reality. He's 37, you're 34. So that meant you guys got married when you were around 24 and 27. That's young. Too young. Too young. Professionally, we're not established. As adults and human beings, we're not completely sure of who we are yet. For you guys to get married that young and be surprised that you're growing apart, it's not surprising to me. Right? So that's the other thing to consider. And the last thing is your unhappiness with your current situation has nothing to do with him. If you're in a relationship, you come out of it, you have all this time afterwards and things don't go well or go the way that you want, and you see they're going well for him, and you're like, what happened? Why didn't you? Boo-boo, you should be focused on your situation. And if your situation was better, I guarantee you wouldn't be mad at the progress that he made in his life. You mad because you didn't do everything that you needed to do to set yourself up. And now you're looking for outside excuses for why your circumstances suck so much. Oh, this guy, I couldn't believe he did this to me. Why is he doing better now? That's selfish.
You're comparing yourself.
That's just selfish. If you aren't in a good place, that's your fault. If you, after 3, 4, 5 years of marriage is done now, and you haven't gotten to a better place, that's your fault. You're bitter, you're angry, and you're seeing somebody who used to be beneath you be ahead of you by your own standards, and you're mad because you could have had a piece of that. It's entitlement.
You left because you didn't want to date down. If we want to be super petty,
yeah,
that's what it is. But now that he caught up to you and surpassed you, now he doesn't want to be in the same position you were in. Maybe that's what it is. That's what bothers me. You left because you dated down. He surpassed you and he's like, hey, well, sorry about before. No hard feelings. I'm out. He wouldn't do that. You're pissed because he took the same position that you did. He's at the position where when you left at.
He's the ideal man you would have wanted for your dream life, and you're realizing you missed out on that. And you know, there's something else that she said that was interesting. She said, I gave him 10 best years of my life, meaning she already feels like she's past her prime.
Well, that's how society makes women feel.
Sure, but that's how she also feels. Yeah. I know women who are in their mid-30s who feel great about themselves.
Oh, yeah.
So that's not an excuse.
It's not.
Right? And so if you're thinking that way, then of course you're not going to attract anything positive. So, boom. You have the ability to change a lot. You know, we live in a place where women can make just as much as men. You guys can do the work. You guys can create your own opportunities. You can ask men out. You can do all this stuff. If your life is not going the way you want it to, it's not because your ex was a deadbeat. It's because it's your fault. The fact that you stayed with him for 10 years, that's your fault. The fact that you're bitter right now, that's your fault. All this to say, there's no point in wallowing in this. And the fact that you're angry about it is you're not angry at him. You're angry at yourself for not doing what you needed to do to set yourself up.
There's something unhealthy about that.
About being angry about it?
Her and being angry at.
Of course, she's bitter.
Yo, man.
She's bitter about life. Only somebody who's bitter about life would get mad that an ex is doing well.
Concentrate on yourself.
Yeah.
B, stay focused, B.
Yeah. Even if he wasted a lot of years with you, you decided to stay in that relationship. You should have cut bait way earlier.
When you focus on yourself, you're in competition with people that you don't even know you're in competition with. Yeah. And now you're in that position. He doesn't even know he's a competition. He's just that ex, and he's sorry about what he did before. Focus.
So, if you got bitter feelings about your ex, if somebody you left started doing way better, you're like, oh my God, stop. Just focus on your own stuff. Do better for yourself. I had a girl who did that to me. She was upset that I got my shit
She got upset that you got your shit together. Say that again.
Here's the thing, right?
She got upset that you got your shit together.
So when I wasn't doing much, had no money in my name, nothing else, she didn't think it was a good prospect. Then I started figuring stuff out. And she's like, oh, you really coming? And she tried to slide back in, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, nah, I don't need none of that. But I just remember her being like, man, I wish it would have been like this a couple of years back. And I was like, no, boo-boo, it took me this whole journey to get to this place.
It took me this long.
My results didn't just come here. It takes time.
That's it.
You know, so.
You got to work on that.
I mean, I didn't get mad about it, but yeah. So all this to say, guys, man or woman, just don't be bitter. It really doesn't do you any justice. And if you're feeling angry about something like that, you don't have to beat yourself up over it. Just don't give it energy. It's not real unless you start fucking doing stuff about it. All right, you got a little bit of ego. Your ego's bruised. Keep moving. Start working on stuff. It'll pass.
Give you more power to work on you.
Exactly.
I hope it gives you more fuel to work on you because, girl, staying and dwelling on that, it's not going to advance your predicament, but whatever. It is what it is.
So tell us what you guys think in the comments below. We want to hear your input. What do you guys think about this story?
We on marriage strike, man. It ain't right, man. It ain't right what they did to Dr. Dre. It ain't right what they did with Jeff Bezos. It ain't right, man. And we refuse to stand for this. Women been getting away with this shit for too long. And never do I see it the other way on the news in Cali. When women who married to rich, married dudes and ain't rich as they, nah, we on that. We on strike, man. No more marriage, fellas. If your wife wants you to get married, say, nah, we on strike. I gotta stand with my people until they change these laws. Marriage should not have no type of way y'all can make that make sense, man. This dude gotta get his woman this money until she remarries. Come on, man. You gotta pay somebody you not with until she remarries. Her boyfriend, his trips paid for off of you. That's embarrassing, kid. You can't do that to people, man. That ain't right. That ain't right. If the shit don't work out, it's over, man. And that's what that is. Like, okay, it is what it is. Like, put you up, maybe set you up for a year where you get your, But if it's over, man. You ain't living the life with me if you ain't with me. What the fuck I still owe you the life for if you not with me? It's over. We have to stick together on this, fellas. No more marriages. Tell the women who try to get married, if you engage now, cut it off. Say, hey, wife, we can't do this shit. Slim say we got to strike. We standing on that, man. We got to stand up for Dr. Dre. All that good music he gave us, man. All that good-ass music he gave us all these years, man. We have to stand up for Dr. Dre, man.
Men everywhere, from all walks of life, all professions and backgrounds, are starting to really wake up. They realize that the juice is just not worth the squeeze. I mean, all that you've worked hard for, the business that you've built, the things that you've acquired, the money that you've saved, the house that you bought, it's all gonna go to her after she leaves you, after she wipes her hands clean of you. It's crazy because so many men, to be honest, they want a family. See, I'm against the divorce system and I'm against all that. I'm not against family, but it comes with a cost. Man, you have to be cautious when you out there because the vast majority of these women that you interact with, they just want to come up. They're not looking for love. They're looking for help. They're looking for a sucker, a guy who's going to fund their lifestyle and give them a retirement plan when she's ready to leave. Then they'll say, well, we're divorcing because irreconcilable differences. We just couldn't get along. And you think like, what the heck? See, the reason why women want to get married so bad, guys, is because they know it comes with the resources. They know, heck, now I have leverage. I don't have to give this guy sex. I don't have to do this for him. I don't have to do this for my husband. Matter of fact, I see a lot of videos online where these wives are talking trash and making jokes about their husband. A lot of times
the husbands are in those videos because they can't do anything. They're bound to the woman. See, when you get married as a man in today's day and age, in modern times, she owns you. You still have to pay the bills. You have to pay the mortgage. You have to pay for the car. You have to fund her lifestyle. And when she's ready to get rid of you, she will wipe her hands clean with you and won't have any remorse. She'll leave you and you'll be living in a studio apartment while she's living in a big house. And the house that she's living in, she's going to have a loser, a guy who's lower tier than you, who doesn't make as much money as you, who's not successful as you, who's not as driven as you. She's going to have that guy in your bed, in your home, the home you still have to pay for on top of the alimony and child support that you will continue to have to pay until you die, she dies, or she gets married. And we all know most likely she's not going to get remarried. What made me do this video is Dr. Dre has to pay $300,000 a month to a woman he's not with, he's not having sex with. They're most likely not on good terms. And he's sitting there like, okay, why do I have to pay this much? It's crazy because most women think, well, she was a wife. She took care of the kids, so she deserved that $300,000 a month. No woman deserves any pennies, any money after a divorce. Whatever you came in with, you should leave with. But see, the system is not like that. They want women to be sitting pretty. They want women to have a retirement plan. So she gets the benefits while she's with you, but when you guys split, she's still getting your benefits. Just think how crazy that is. It blows my mind. And women know the system. See, a woman's not going to marry you if she makes more than you. And that's rarely going to happen. You know why? Because she understands the system and she knows that, heck, if he divorces me, he's going to get my money. He's going to get the house. So they say, okay, I want to marry you. And she puts on a great front. She auditions well. You get on one knee and you propose, and after X amount of years, she leaves you. She says, I'm tired. I'm done. And when she leaves you 9 times out of 10, she's already hooking up and having sex with the guy she's going to leave you for. Serves you divorce papers. Now you have to pay for her lifestyle for the rest of your life or her life. It's such a rigged game. And so many people say, well, how do you know your woman's going to do it? Right. You don't know if she's going to do it, but she still has that gun in her hand. You don't know if she's going to shoot you. You don't know if she's going to stab you, but she's still able to do it at any time. That's the scary part. So no matter how much game you have, no matter how much money you make, no matter how good you are in the bedroom, she could still can you. She can still crucify you and say, honey, I don't want to do this anymore. This is not going to work out. And what are you going to do? Beg? You're going to plead? You're going to cry? See, marriage is built for women. It's built for them to have a great life. Personally, men don't really benefit from marriage. Let's just be honest. This is why women try to settle down real quick when they get about 30, late 20s, 30s, 40s. It's because they're like, okay, I've given my wet box. I've given what I have, my body, for free to all these guys. Now let me find a sucker. I'm ready for marriage. I'm ready to settle down. I'm dating with a purpose now. I'm looking for something long term after they screwed all type of guys before you. Guys, make sure that you are vetting these women. Make sure that you put her through a lot of different tests and trials, because most of these women, they just want to leech off you. I was in awe when I heard this $300,000 payment that Dr. Dre had to make. That's just insane. What woman needs $300,000 a month? Now, hypothetically, I can see you guys been together for X amount of years, 10, 15, 20 years. Okay, all right, I'll give you a little bit of money for like 6 months after we divorced. And after that, okay, you got to do your own thing. But me just fund your life? Me just give you everything while we're not even together? That's just insane. That blows my mind. I can see you gave her a small severance package so she can get back on her feet and maybe get an apartment or a little townhome or condo or something like that. All right, you on your own. But to pay her for the rest of your life or her life, that's just That's cruel, and that's just crooked. This is why, guys, I am against marriage. I'm not against family. I'm against this system that takes men's life away, that takes their joy away, that takes their resources away, that takes their kids away. That's what I'm against. I don't recommend any man get married. Now, you can have a situation and a relationship with a woman. That's great. I'm not saying you shouldn't have companionship, but to sign your name on that dotted line and to say, okay, I love you, I'm going to sign a contract. That's not what love is. See, women, they like the contracts, and they say, well, if you love me, then you sign this contract. If you love me, then you'll, we'll get married. No, that's not what love is. See, I told you before, there's no such thing as love, only leverage. And this is what women like to do. They know that, when I'm ready to split, he can pay me. It's just wild when you really think about it. So she's going to be getting her back blown out, hooking up with dudes on your dime. You're going to be paying her. Dr. Dre is going to be paying her $300,000 a month. That's what? Close to $4 million a year. $4 million a year almost. And you're not even together. You're not even touching this woman. You're not even kissing this woman. She's not even cooking for you, cleaning for you, any of that. And she's hooking up and going out and taking trips with her girlfriends and her loser future boyfriends, whatever. That's just wild. Guys, be careful out there because the system is not on your side.